School basketball.
He ducks it! Lays it up. Got it! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball, right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Welcome, Cedartown Bulldog fans, to the Doghouse. Cedartown Bulldogs boys basketball about to begin here in just a few moments. Along with Sam Branch, Andrew Carter, we have a good matchup here between the Temple Tigers at 2-2 on the season and the Cedartown Bulldogs, who are 1-1. Got their first win in over a year in one of the most thrilling finishes. Sam just got his voice back this morning.
It's been a while since we've been able to make that much noise and be that excited about a conclusion to a Cedartown basketball game. But like you said, Andrew, it was a thrilling finish at Armurchie. We're looking for another thrilling finish here at home as Cedartown does try to pick up their second win of the season. Temple, like you mentioned as well, 2-2 on the season. So they're trying to improve to 3-2, but the Bulldogs going to try to put a stop to that if we can. We're getting ready for the introduction of our starting lineups for both squads. If you're just now joining us, the girls fell by a final score of 47-37. So trying to go 1-for-1 tonight in this home opener here at the Doghouse. While we're waiting for those starting lineups, a big congratulations to our Cedartown High School game day cheerleaders. They won the state championship in the 3 and 4A state championship that was played, or that was hosted. That tournament was hosted earlier today at Georgia State. So congratulations to that squad and their head coach, Coach Katie Abrams.
Starting five for the Temple Tigers. Tavaria Williams, Tim Mullins, Darren Drayton, Alexander Banks, and Abraham Kites. Hayden Rittenhouse, the junior, will get the start for Cedartown. The freshman, Zane Diamond Paisley. Here's senior DJ Watley getting the nod. Ex-Holiday, Xavier Holiday. And Quinlan Cawthorn getting the nod. So that's your normal starting five, as we've kind of seen just about every game. This is the third game, and this is the same starting five for the Bulldogs. It seemed to have worked well. So we'll see how the Bulldogs do against this 2-2 Temple team. Bulldogs looking to go above 500 here in their third game of the season. The Bulldogs wearing their home whites with black letters trimmed in red. Temple in all black, trimmed in gold and white. And to tell you all about this ball game, Sam Branch.
Thank you, Andrew Carter. Quinlan Cawthorn will go to the center circle for the Bulldogs, and they're going to send Abraham Kite coming in at 6 foot for the junior. So we clearly have the height advantage, but Temple gets the opening tip-off.
How about those apples?
It's going to be Drayton. Drayton on the right side. He's going to give it up to Williams. Williams, top of the key, left side. They'll go to Banks. Banks goes back to Williams. Williams over to the right side to Drayton. Drayton kicks it back outside to Banks. Banks top of the key. Now to the right side to Kite. Kite going to try to work around Cawthorn. He has to go to the top of the key to Mullins. And we've got a foul on the floor. We're going to have a reach in. No, it's going to be against Temple, the push-off.
Yeah, I think they're going to get, Williams, number 10, it was Abraham Kite with the foul. And Cedartown have an inbounds pass, and it's tipped away by Temple, and they take the possession.
Shot was up and no good. Rebounded by Kite, and he makes up for that early foul and gives Temple the lead 2-0.
Temple knocks away the inbounds pass. We'll have to do it again here.
Temple already quickly in a full-court press against the Dogs.
Yeah, they're not playing defensively.
Inbounds pass. DJ Watley's going to get it into Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse going to give it ahead to Cawthorn. Cawthorn going to push it back to Holiday. Holiday will bring it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. He's going to work to his left. Cedartown going from right to left on your radio dial, scoring on the left side of the court. Far side is Holiday. Picked up loose ball by Cothran. Cothran's going to give it right back to Holiday. Holiday will back it out to the Bulldog logo. Works to the left side to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley back to DJ Watley. Watley top of the key now to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Holiday. Holiday back to the middle of the floor.
4 seconds on the shot clock.
Rittenhouse, baseline jumper, no good. It was long. Rebounded by Temple. The Tigers are going to push it up the floor in Drayton. Drayton's going to work to the middle. Kick out to the left side to Banks. Banks is going to try to drive, carries it, no call. Shot was no good. Loose ball pulled away by Temple. Back to Banks. The shot was no good, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I think they got DJ Watley on the foul, his first. And the first foul for either side, or first foul for Cedartown, I should say, in the ball game. Chance at the line for number 5, Alexander Banks.
First free throw attempt is up, and it is no good. Strong off the back of the iron. Temple will readjust some personnel. Get set for the rebound. Shot is up, and it is good. 3-2 your score. Temple leads. Inbounds pass coming from Watley. They're going to get it in, try to get it to Rittenhouse, but it's deflected. Picked up, loose ball by Drayton. Kicked outside, and they're going to get Drayton for the travel.
Well, Sam, they're playing hardball on defense with us, and Rittenhouse did the same thing there to force that turnover. But the Dogs have got to find some way to break this press, and they are pressing us hard.
They just called a delay of game against Temple. I'm not sure the official was explaining it, but from our perch high atop the gym here at Cedartown High School, we couldn't really hear. The inbounds pass is going to go to Cothran. Cothran is going to work it to Holiday. Holiday's going to try to drive the baseline, and they're going to get him. Oh, they're going to get a block.
Wow. I thought for sure they were going to call the offensive charge, but, Cedartown will take that all day long. They're going to get number 2, Tim Mullins, on the foul, his first. And that'll send our number 2 to the line. Xavier Holiday, the senior, with a chance to pull Cedartown closer. 3-0 the score. And that's in there. Rolls around, Sam, goes in.
Yeah, he got a favorable roll there, so it's now 3-1 with 6.5 left to play here in the opening period. Second one up is good.
Switch.
3-2, 1-point ball game, and here comes Temple. Drayton with it will bring it down the floor across the timeline. Near side is going to work it to Williams. Williams over to Banks. Now they'll go back to the top of the key. They'll give it to Drayton. Drayton's going to try to work it down low. They'll have to kick back out to Williams, top of the key. He's going to work to his left, go around a couple of defenders high off the back glass. No good rebound by Quinlan Cothran. He's going to get a lot of those tonight as he has the clear height advantage. Holiday brings it down the floor across the timeline. Zane Diamond Paisley with it. Now they'll go back to Holiday. Holiday going to drive, kick out. Shot on the way, and it is no good, but he is fouled, and Holiday will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2.
X did a good job there to draw that contact and the foul. And again, it's on Tim Mullins, his second foul. And, yeah, great job there. Sign X Holiday up for the variety show.
But shot on the way, and that one is good. So Holiday, 3
I'm not
for 3.
saying he wasn't fouled, Sam, but, I mean, he really sold it, though. He sold it.
So a tie ball game with just under 6 minutes left to play here in period number 1. And with that, now the Bulldogs go ahead. 4-3 off the 4 made free throws from Xavier Holiday. It's going to be Drayton for the Tigers, near side. Right in front of the Cedartown faithful. Over to the left side now to Williams. Williams going to back it up, thought about a long 3, has to pull it down and give to Banks. Banks from the perimeter. He's going to pull the 3 right over Cothran's head. No good. Rebound backside Paisley. It's going to be Holiday now with it. He's going to push it up the floor.
He is lucky that one blocked, too.
He's going to try to work around Kite. Now to his left. Rittenhouse 3. Good! Hayden Rittenhouse from downtown.
That woke the crowd up.
7-3. Bulldogs lead. Williams. Right side, back out to Banks. Banks, he's going to pull a 3, tries to answer, no good. Jump ball.
Yep, that's it. Possession arrow will go to Cedartown. Great job there by Hayden Rittenhouse again, this time on defense, forcing the turnover right after he had that huge 3 to put Cedartown up 7-3.
He tied it up with Josiah Bullock. And Cedartown with the ball. They get it into Diamond Paisley. They're going to give it back up. No, he thought he was going to give it to Rittenhouse. Pulls it down. gives it around the timeline. Give ahead to Holiday. Holiday drives, little floater short. Rebound Watley, and he's fouled, but no call. And they're going to say it was tip and last touch.
Gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Cedartown does not get the benefit of that call. Goes back over to Temple.
Drayton with it. Left side to Banks. Now they'll give it to Williams. Williams going to drive the baseline. Oh, heck of some defense by Diamond Paisley. Watley comes away with it. They give it ahead to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive right side. Rittenhouse three. No good off the back of the iron. Can't get that one to go. And it's Drayton, and he's tripped up by DJ Watley. Out of bounds, last touch by the Dogs.
Man, oh man, this is Dogs seem to be picking up right where they left off.
So they'll inbound it. Temple will from the backcourt. 32 seconds on the shot clock, 4.5 left to play. The inbound pass coming from Drayton. They'll go right back to him. Now they'll give it up to Hullaby. He's going to kick out, three on the way from Temple. No good, rebound by Cothran. Cothran's going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday ahead to Diamond Paisley. It was wide open, but it was way ahead of it, and it's Temple that comes away with it. They had to just throw it back in to save it, but nobody was home, and that's a carry all day long.
All day long. Oh, they're called a jump ball.
Now listen, I know exactly what that official needs for Christmas from Santa Claus, and that's a dictionary, because that is not a jump ball. Inbounds pass goes to Temple. It's going to be Banks on the top side. Now they'll go to Drayton. He's going to try to drive the lane, whistle, and they're going to get a foul on Cedartown.
I believe they're going to get Rittenhouse. Yeah, that will be his first foul. And that'll be only the second team foul for the Bulldogs here in this period. But it will be a shooting penalty, and Darian Drayton will go to the free throw line for two. Cedartown 7, Temple 3.
First shot on the way from Drayton to try to cut into that 4-point lead is no good. Drayton will get set for his second one. Approaching 4 minutes to play here in the opening period. Second free throw is up, and it is good. So Drayton 1 for 1, and it's 7-4. DJ Watley off the inbounds pass, brings it across the timeline. He's going to work to his left, now back to his right. Cothran pulls it down, baseline, back outside to Holiday. Holiday to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley in the left wing, gives it back up to Holiday, top of the key right side. Now they'll go back to Rittenhouse to Watley. Watley, Diamond Paisley, 20 on the shot clock, drives baseline, kick out to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse going to drive, dish underneath to Cothran, and he's going to get called for the charge, and he did. He lowered the shoulder.
He did.
And just put his defender right on his backside, and that's going to earn him his first foul.
Thing is, Sam, he really doesn't need to do that because he's so tall. All he has to do is just turn around
and just back him down.
I mean, if you start to kind of push on him without putting your shoulder into it, they're going to call the defender for the foul that time. But that didn't work out that way.
They'll swing it to the left side to Hullaby. Hullaby now gives it to Banks. Banks tries to work the lane down low to Bullock, and it's out of bounds off of the Temple defender, so Cedartown forces the turnover. Inbounds pass coming from DJ Watley underneath the basket. They'll give it up to Holiday. Holiday's top of the other key. Now they'll get it across. They'll go to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Diamond Paisley. Back to Rittenhouse. Back to Holiday. Holiday, top of the key. Right side to Watley. Watley down low to Cothran. Cothran works around his defender from the lane. The jumper no good. Nobody's home for the rebound, and it comes away with a Temple basketball, and it's Drayton. Drayton over to the right side. Now they'll give it up. It's going to be Hullaby who has it pickpocketed. It's Holiday. One man to beat. Cothran, wanted the jam. It was behind him. Off the glass, no good. Temple comes away with it. It's Drayton now. He's going to split a couple of defenders. He'll take it to the basket, throws it wildly off the glass. No good. Rebound Temple. Too tough by Kite. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Cedartown basketball.
I don't mind that alley-oop. I really don't. I think that was the right call there because Cothran was right there to get it. But unfortunately, it doesn't go. We're going to have some substitutions in for Temple. They're going to sub out, I believe, 3.
We're going to send in Williams, Holland, and I believe Scott. Yep, inbounds pass.
Get some fresh legs out there for the Tigers.
It goes to Holiday across the timeline. Back to the top of the key to Watley. Watley right side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse back to Watley. Watley back to Holiday. Left side, now they'll go back to Watley. Thought about a three, pulled it down, drives off the glass. The kiss is
Great
good.
move.
The kiss is good. And
Great
it's
job.
Holiday, or Watley, excuse me, and it's 9-4. 5-point game. Temple drives, can't get the little floater to go. The rebound by Scott is no good. Diamond Paisley comes away with it. He'll give it ahead to Holiday. Holiday across the timeline. Pull up long two. No good. Rebounded by Temple. It's going to be Drayton. Drayton pulls it down. He'll bring it across half court. Left side. It's going to be Bullock. Back out to Drayton. Drayton now drives. Can't get that one to go. Gets his own rebound. Almost traveled, and Cothran rejects it. Out of bounds.
Using his height.
Yep.
And again, the height is just, it's nowhere close. I mean, we've got the advantage down low.
Isaiah Johnson and Davion Smith will check in for the first time tonight for the Dogs. Three on the way from Temple, and it gets stuck. So it'll be a jump ball, and it's going to go Cedartown's way. Holiday dislodges it for him. And the Dogs will have it. Isaiah Johnson will inbound it. Looking for somebody, gets it to Cothran. Gwendolyn Cothran with it, wants to go to Holiday. He does, cross the timeline. Left side, Diamond Paisley. One man to beat off the glass, no good. Isaiah Johnson on the backside for the rebound.
Jump ball.
And there's a tie-up.
One called jump, I think somebody else said foul.
They're both going to call jump now. He was ready to call a foul, I feel like, the official on the far side, but they called the jump, and it's Temple basketball.
Well, I'll tell you what, Johnson was absolutely just in football mode right there, trying to get to that basketball.
Drayton,
physical.
Off the inbounds pass, brings it across the timeline, going to work to his right, gives it up to Williams. Williams is going to go back to Bullock. Bullock, now they'll go back to the top side, and they'll work it to Drayton. Drayton over to Williams. Williams thought about it, three, pulls down, has to go around Johnson, drives the lane, floater, no go, and they're going to call a foul.
Looks like they're going to get
Gwendolyn Cothran.
Yeah, Gwendolyn Cothran, his second.
And that's going to send Tavario Williams to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
1:15 to go here in the period. That's up and in. 9-5. They only have one basket from the floor. That was a three earlier in the period. And then now they've got, now it's 9-5 after that free throw. Check that, a two earlier in the game.
Hayden Rittenhouse will check back in. DJ Watley also checks back in. So now we've got Watley, Rittenhouse, Smith, Holiday, and Isaiah Johnson. Second one is on the way, and it is good. 3-point ball game, 9-6. And Temple will sub.
Tim Mullins will come back into the ball game for the Tigers.
Bounce pass on the way from Watley. Watley's going to give it up to Rittenhouse, who was unguarded. Temple still with that full court press going. They'll give it back to Watley. Now they'll work it to Holiday. Holiday's going to split a couple of defenders. Now he'll back it up, and he'll go to Smith. Smith's going to drive the baseline. He'll give it back to Holiday. Holiday to Watley. Watley to Johnson. Johnson with the three, and it is off the back of the iron. No good, under a minute. Drayton, left side. Mullins. Mullins tries to work it down low. Davion Smith is there to break it up. DJ Watley comes away with a loose ball. Here come the Dogs. Watley across the timeline. They'll meet him there. Try to pick his pocket, but they give it to Smith. Smith to Holiday. Holiday drives. 8-foot floater, and it's good.
That's just a thing of beauty right there. Holiday in that area, that zone, he's just about unstoppable.
Drayton will give it up to Williams. Williams, a long three, and he drains it from the front row of the bleachers.
Yeah, that puts him right back in it, 2-point game.
Inbounds pass goes to Isaiah Johnson, who lost his shoe. Gives it up to Smith.
Stop play. Timeout is going to be called with 15 seconds to go here in the first period. It's Cedartown 11, and Temple 9. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671 located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Play.
Out of the timeout, the Bulldogs will have it. Try to add to this 2-point lead before we go to the second period. Holiday with it. Back to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse tries to give to Smith, and it's thrown away out of bounds. Last touch by the Dogs, and it'll be Temple basketball with a chance to either tie or take the lead with 7.1 left before period number 2. Aston Turner is going to check in for the Bulldogs. Who's he going to get? He's going to relieve Xavier. Inbounds pass on the way. It'll go to Darren Drayton. Drayton across the timeline, works around Smith, drives the lane, hard off the glass and high, no good. Hayden Rittenhouse with the rebound, and that'll do it. 11-9 is your score. We'll go to period number 2. The Cedartown Bulldogs with a 2-point lead over the Temple Tigers back after this 60-second timeout.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Ready to start the second period of play. The Bulldogs are going to have possession. They have a 2-point lead, 11-9, over the 2-2 Temple Tigers. Xavier Holiday off the inbounds pass. He'll bring it across the timeline right at the Bulldog logo. He's going to work to his right. Loses it for a moment, tracks it back down. They get it to Rittenhouse. Thought about a three, pulls it down. Now he'll pull the three from the top of the key, and it's good. Hayden Rittenhouse.
I think the Bulldogs have found their secret weapon in their three-point shooting, and that is in Hayden Rittenhouse. That's his second three.
Williams tries to answer with a three. He can't get that one to go. It's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Holiday. Holiday brings it across the timeline, over to the right side to DJ Watley.
He saved it somehow.
Saved it, but he throws it back in, and Banks comes away with it. He's going to take it to the basket, and he lays it in.
14-11 now after that basket.
DJ Watley trying to split the two defenders, gives it up to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to drive, pull up, no good. Rebounded by Temple. It's going to be Williams. Williams is going to give it up to Drayton. Drayton across half court with it. He's going to work to his left. Watley is there to disrupt the little handoff, and they give it over to Banks now. Banks back to Williams. Williams is going to pull it down. He's going to try to drive. Has to pick it up. Now he gives it to a wide open Alexander Banks in the lane.
Yeah, that was just a good pass, good place. Then now it's a one-point game. Cedartown 14-13.
They give it in. It's Cochran in the left corner. They'll give it to Turner, but it's stolen. Picked off by the Tigers. Here comes Temple. Williams with it. He's going to try to drive. Goes around Turner, and a foul. They're going to get Aston Turner. That's going to be his first.
Looks like maybe Zane Diamond Paisley is about to check back into the ball game here at the next stoppage of play. But a chance for Temple to take the lead on these free throws.
Tavario Williams with his second trip to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 so far. We'll try to make it 3 for 3, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. Rittenhouse will come out. Diamond Paisley will come in, and Rittenhouse goes straight to the trainer. Subs also coming in for Temple. And Williams getting set to take his second free throw attempt of this trip. It's up, and it is good, and we are tied 14 all. Cedartown will inbound it. DJ Watley will give it to Cothran. Cothran back to Watley. Has it knocked away by Temple, out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Cedartown basketball. They'll get it right at half court. Coach Cherry giving some directions while we get set, tracking down the loose basketball. And now we're ready to go. Watley off the inbounds pass. Gives it to Holiday in the backcourt. Holiday will get the direction. Now he'll direct traffic, works around his defender. And he's across the timeline, works around a screen. They'll give it up to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley's going to try to work to his left. They'll give it off to Turner, and Turner is fouled by Drayton. That's going to be his first. Darian Drayton commits the foul. Cedartown will inbound it right in front of the Temple bench. Good crowd on hand tonight for the home opener for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Zane Diamond Paisley will give it to Watley. Watley top of the key. Works to Cothran. They're trying to get the big man involved, but right now haven't been able to. Kicked ball. DJ Watley with it. Will bring it back across the timeline after it went into the backcourt.
5
off
seconds.
the Temple kick.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
He pulls it, Aches Holiday, no good. Rebound by Aston Turner. Turner comes down with it. Kick out to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley on the left side. He's going to give it back to Holiday. Now back to Diamond Paisley. He pulls a three, no good, in and out. And it's Drayton for the Tigers.
That was a long three-pointer, almost went in.
Gives it up to Kite. Kite tried to split a couple of defenders, and he was able to somehow get that one to go.
That's the first lead for Temple, 16-14, since early in the ball game.
Inbounds pass goes to Cothran. Cothran gets it back to Watley. Loose ball. Watley comes away with it, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, smart timeout there by Coach Cherry as Watley hit the floor hard, had the ball, didn't travel with it, and we'll come back after 30 seconds. It's 16-14, Temple leads back after this 30-second timeout. Thirty-second break.
For a good used vehicle, don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs.
Inbound pass goes to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse gives it to Holiday. Holiday's 360 spin in the lane, and it's good. Ex-Holiday, that's where he hurts you, is he can just make athletic plays after athletic plays, and we're back to a tie ball game. Quickly, though, Williams on the other end can't get it to go. Rebound by Watley. Watley's going to give it up to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley to Smith. Smith going to try to work around the press. He'll break it to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse drives, baseline, kick back out to Smith. Smith gives it back to Rittenhouse. Now to Watley. Watley a long three, and it's going to be short, off its mark. Out of bounds with 4.5 left to play.
What they're doing with Hayden Rittenhouse is they're boxing him out, not being able to get open for a three-pointer and forcing us to go somewhere else. And right at that moment, Sam, DJ forced the three. It wasn't a good angle. It wasn't a good place to do it. It wasn't able to set. And it's a turnover back to the Tigers.
Quentin Jackson checks in for Gwendolyn Cothran. Over to the left side is Temple and Williams. He's going to pull it down. Now they'll swing it to the right to Drayton. Drayton going to work around his defender. Now back to Banks. Banks drives the lane. And off the glass, we just had that one like a runway for a 747 and let him land it. Inbound pass goes to Rittenhouse. Loses it. Picked up by Temple, and they take it off the back glass in Williams. All of a sudden, the Tigers have a four-point lead, and it's 20-16.
Ball was tipped out of bounds by the Tigers on the inbounds pass attempt.
It's going to be Gwendolyn Cothran checking back in for the Bulldogs. DJ Watley will also check back in for Cedartown. They're going to pull Zane Diamond Paisley, and they're going to pull Quentin Jackson.
Looks like they'll try to get in most of the starters. There's still a couple that are not out there at the moment. Right now they're focusing on the ball control. They need to get across the timeline.
Inbounds pass coming from Watley. He's going to get it in. Knocked out of bounds by Temple.
Well, they got to get it inbounds first.
Abraham Kite knocked it away for the Tigers. Inbounds pass coming once again. They're going to get it into Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse trying to beat the press, and they do. They get it ahead to Davion Smith. Now Smith will slow it down. Now he'll drive. Comes back out. Works at the Holiday at the Bulldog logo. X will work to his right. Directs traffic. Tries to get around Williams. Pass underneath to Cochran. Drives the baseline and just sweetly off the glass.
Sam, that's exactly what we got to do with Quinlan Cawthorn is just get him open underneath, and his height advantage will give you 2 points just about every time.
Williams on the backdoor cut. The shot was no good, but then Kite is there for the rebound and the putback. So quickly, Temple is able to answer.
Back up by 4 again.
Inbounds pass. They try to get it to Hayden Rittenhouse, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, he went into him, and he just lost the handle. He was leaning toward the Cedartown bench, and Temple will get the ball back. And a chance to extend the lead. 3:06 to play here in the first half.
Isaiah Johnson will check in. Davion Smith will come out. Inbounds pass coming from Drayton. Drayton is going to give it to Banks. Banks back to Drayton. Drayton at the top of the key. He's going to work to his right, back to Banks. Banks pulls the three. No good.
Got to get the rebound.
Temple loses it, but then they get it back. Now a three is on the way from Williams, and that's no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. Johnson is going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday ahead to Watley. Watley, one man to beat. Oh, and he has it stolen from him, and Temple comes away with it.
Wow, that's a great steal there by Temple. Well done.
Oh, and they're going to get Williams on the Texas two-step. We'll take it back gladly. 22-18 your score, 2:41 remaining.
Yeah, Sam, credit where it's due, though. That was an incredible turnover there by the Temple Tigers on the other end. But the Dogs do get the ball back, though. We got to deal with the press.
Inbounds pass coming from Johnson.
Man coverage.
He's going to get it into Quinlan Cawthorn. Cawthorn's going to drive. Now he'll slow down, wait for help. Gives it to Holiday. Holiday underneath cut to Watley. Watley can't get it to go off the glass from 2 feet out. Rebounded by Drayton. Drayton's going to give it up. Now to the right side. It's going to be Banks. Now they're going to go to Bullock. Bullock working it underneath. Back outside to Steele West. And they're going to get a travel on the floor from Williams. So another turnover.
Yeah, I think Williams was trying to decide if he wanted to try the three-pointer or pass it, or even dribble with it. And by the time he did that, he did take the extra step.
He couldn't figure out which one he wanted to do, and it comes with 2:20 left here in the first half. Inbounds pass coming from Cedartown. They get it. It's into Watley. Watley going to direct traffic. He gives it to Holiday. Holiday trying to get a cut. They'll give it to Rittenhouse. Trying to work it down low to the big man. They'll give it back to Watley. Watley to Johnson. Johnson from just inside the arc. No good. Rebound by Cawthorn. Cawthorn off the glass, and it rolls out. No good, but rebound by Isaiah Johnson, and it's there. Isaiah Johnson with the rebound and the putback and a timeout on the floor.
Sam, that's exactly what we got to do with Quinlan Cawthorn down low. We got to get him open like that. 9 times out of 10 he's going to make that basket. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after 30 seconds here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Dre Steele West will bring it down the floor for Temple. He's going to give it up to Hullaby. Hullaby goes to the left side to Bullock. Bullock going to work to the middle of the floor, top of the key over to the right side to Steele West. Going to try to drive. He's cut off. Has to go back outside to Kite. Kite's going to drive. Little over under, and he can't get that one to go. He hits the hardwoods with a loud thud, and there's a stoppage in play immediately, and he's going to call a foul. We'll see who he gets.
Well, he hit hard too. It was almost sounded like it was face first.
Isaiah Johnson is going to get called for the foul, and that's going to be his first one. And Abraham Kite will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. They're going to give him just a second as a breather. Both officials, or 2 of the 3 officials, I'd say, are going to check on him. That was a hard hit by that young man. They want to make sure he's good to go before continuing. Might have knocked the breath out of him just a little bit. And they'll give him a chance to catch his breath, and now we'll get reset, and we're going to shoot 2. First one on the way from Kite. And it is no good. Subs coming in. Gwendolyn Cothran is going to check back in. Thomas Robertson is going to check in. He's going to come get Hayden Rittenhouse. Cothran will replace Isaiah Johnson. As we know, Gwendolyn Cothran is a scoring machine for the Bulldogs, and Thomas Robertson can hit it from deep. Second shot on the way from Kite. It is up, and it is good. 23-20, inbounds pass goes to Cothran. Cothran tries to give it ahead, and they get the backcourt. Cothran was trying to go ahead to Thomas Robertson. It was hit by a Temple player, and then he pushed it into the backcourt to another Temple player, and that commits the backcourt turnover, and Cedartown gets it back.
That's very fortunate for the Bulldogs there. See if we can do something with it, down by 3.
Holiday with it, top of the key, left side, Diamond Paisley. Gives it to Watley. Watley back to Holiday. Holiday trying to work it down low. They'll give it to Gwendolyn Cothran. Cothran outside to Robertson. Robertson pulls it down, speeds it right back to Cothran, who gets called. And there's a foul on the floor, and I think they are going to get a block this time, and it's going to be against Temple.
Is that number 10?
Yes, that is.
Abraham Kite, his second.
The official having a conversation with Gwendolyn Cothran. I'm not sure what it's about. I think he's wanting to make sure that he doesn't commit any type of taunting. And Cothran will go to the free throw line, and that's just going to be his first trip of the night. Cothran with only 2 points so far, looking to add to it, and he will with that one. And it's 21-23. Isaiah Johnson will come in for Thomas Robertson.
1:21 to play in the first half. 23-21. See if the Dogs can get within a point.
Second one on the way from Cothran, and it is good.
Yes, sir.
Pulls the Dogs to within 1 and doubles his point total on the night, all in the same trip. Drayton gives it up to Banks. Banks top of the key over to the right side to Williams. Thought about a 3, had to pull it down. They'll go back to Banks, and they get him for the charge.
That is the first offensive foul, I think, for either side today, and that was definitely warranted and about time.
They'll check it in. DJ Watley gets it to Zane Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley in the corner, has to get some help. He gets it from Holiday. Holiday's going to drive, goes ahead to Watley. Watley now. Holiday over to the right side. Now they're going to work back to the middle of the floor. They'll try to work it down low to Cothran. Cothran, catch, turn, shot. It's good. Gwendolyn Cothran. And that's why the full court press is so important to Temple, because they can't guard the big man down low.
Dogs
3
lead
on the way from
24-23.
Williams. No good rebound, Diamond Paisley, but he loses it. DJ Watley almost cleans it up. It goes back to Temple. Isaiah Johnson breaks it up. Now Williams is going to drive. Goes around Cothran. Shot no good. Rebound by DJ Watley. Watley pulls it down. Gives 25. It to Holiday.
23.
Now they're going to hold.
Shot clock off.
Across the timeline and a foul called, and they're going to get Banks. Kite. And that's going to be his third, I believe, Andrew.
It is his third. Cedartown on top, 24-23. Can hold on for a last-second shot. One more foul, we're in the bonus.
And it does not hurt my feelings at all either that Abraham Kite, has 3 fouls already.
Devontae Scott is going to check into the ballgame now.
Isaiah Johnson will come out. And Thomas Robertson will go back in for the remaining 20 seconds. The inbounds pass coming from Holiday and the Bulldogs. And they'll get it into Robertson. Robertson gives it right back to Holiday. Holiday top of the key. Going to drive, plants both feet, needs help. Oh, and he tries to go up with it. It tripped, loose ball. Jump ball, and it's going to be Temple basketball.
Yeah, he just got kind of caught in no man's land down there. And it was either going to be the jump or he was going to be called for a travel. Temple's going to get a chance for a last-second shot. Let the ball roll around on the floor.
Darren Drayton going to let it go all the way to the top of the key. It's going to run out of momentum here in a minute. Now he picks it up, across the timeline. Over to the right side, 3 on the way from Banks, and that one is money. Temple takes a 2-point lead.
I'll tell you what, I thought we were fouled again on that half-court try, even though that's going to give them a 2-point lead, though, 26-24. And the Bulldogs trail at the half after leading by a point for just a few moments. We'll take a 60-second timeout and come back and add up those first-half statistics. And we'll come back with more basketball action here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
And we're back here at halftime. Cedartown trails 26-24 after a three-pointer was hit with just seconds left on the clock, and Cedartown was not able to respond in time to get down the floor. But the Temple Tigers, really kind of a back-and-forth affair between these two ball teams who are both at 500 looking to get over the mark.
They are. Cedartown trying to pick up their second win in what, I don't know, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's been a long time, but they are battling here, only trail by 2, like you said. Xavier Holliday leading the scored effort for the Bulldogs right now with 8 points on the night. Quinlan Cochran with 6 points so far. Alexander Banks is doing work, though, for Temple on the other end, and he hit that go-ahead 3 right there at the end of the first half. Andrew, from what I've seen, Temple is going to live and die by that full-court press, and that's because, in my opinion, they don't have the height to contend with Quinlan Cochran down low.
Yeah.
They're a smaller team, so they have to rely on their quickness, and they also have to rely on really solid defense. And one way to do that is to have a good full-court press on to limit the other team's ability to move the ball a lot. And so Temple going to continue to do that. Cedartown just has to figure out ways to beat that press, and then once we're able to beat that press, then use our speed to get it down to the court and get it to the big man in Quinlan Cochran. If he's able to post up down low, there's not a lot they can do with him, and we've seen that a few times. But, you know, at this juncture in the game, you expect Quinlan to have a lot more than 6 points. 2 of those coming from the free throw line.
Yeah, I think if the Dogs can get him going under the basket, the Dogs are going to be able to get a lead and keep it. Defensively speaking, the Bulldogs have done decently well. Of course, giving up that three-pointer there late in the first half was not the best thing you wanted to see as far as defensively speaking goes. But I agree with you, though. I think we've got to find some way to get past that press. We've got to push it. We've got to use our speed to get across the timeline. And they're putting 3 on that half of the court. And when we're down there on the other end, I guarantee you there's not going to be anybody, like you were saying, anybody on that other side that's going to be able to defend the basket when Quinlan's underneath. Also, I think we need to get some more opportunities for three-pointers. Three-pointers were something lacking, especially in that first game against Heard County. We were able to get a few threes Tuesday, but we definitely need to get the three-point machine going. Because we can use that to separate ourselves from this Temple team, which, by the way, lead now 26-24 at the half. So I think that the defense still has to play tough. We need some good shooting from the perimeter, and we just need to get the ball to Quinlan Cochran down low more. And I think if you give it to him, if he's open and gets that pass, throw it to where only he can get to it, and he can in one motion go up to the basket and put it in there. And he's almost automatic when he does that.
And like you said, that we've got guys that can shoot it from the perimeter. That's not a problem at all. Hayden Rittenhouse can shoot it from the perimeter. Thomas Robertson coming off the bench can shoot it from the perimeter, and everybody knows by now what Xavier Holiday can do from beyond the arc.
What X can do anywhere on the court, really.
Yes, he can.
Beyond the arc, in the paint, from the baseline, you name it.
Yep. So we expect to see that, and I think we'll also see as we go through maybe some of those guys on the bench like that Thomas Robertson and Aston Turner get a little more time to kind of give these guys a little bit of a breather to really be able to have them available down the stretch. But again, Cedartown trails here 26-24. We will be back in action tomorrow with both our girls and boys teams traveling to East Paulding. Tip-off of the girls' game, I believe, is like 2:30. It's an early start.
I think it's
tomorrow.
A little later than that. We've got the schedule in there. We'll pull that up here in just a moment.
I know we've got a couple of early Saturday starts for some reason this season, but we will be on the road tomorrow. So if you are available, head on over to East Paulding with us. If not, we will carry it here on the Big AA. I'll get you a tip-off.
That's radio only, by the way, on the ball game tomorrow.
It's a 4 p.m. JV is what starts at 2:30. So the boys will tip off at 4 p.m. against East Paulding, girls tip off at 4 p.m. against East Paulding, and then at 5:30 the boys will tip off as well.
So we hope you'll join us for that. And then, of course, the following week we have a week off. We don't play again until the following Saturday on the 16th when we play
host Haralson County.
Host Haralson County back here at the Doghouse. So
and that is an earlier start time.
Yeah, that's earlier.
That's that strange kind of 2:30 start time.
Right. So we hope you'll join us over the next few games for Cedartown Bulldogs basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back and begin the second half of play. Temple leads at 26-24 over the Cedartown Bulldogs here at halftime. Cedartown Bulldogs basketball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, back after 2 minutes.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
And we welcome you back here to the Doghouse, Cedartown High School Gymnasium. And the Temple Tigers lead at 26-24 as we are just moments away from the start of the second half, the third period. Sam, we kind of mentioned the keys to the second half, and that is if we can break that press and get Quinlan Cawthorn open down low, it's pretty much a done deal.
I agree. That's got to be, a top priority for this Bulldog offense when they come back out onto the court is just get the ball past half court and then kind of do what we normally do. We've had success, and that's the thing, when we get kind of stuck down here in the backcourt, that's where we run into problems. Every time we're able to work it the way that we want to across half court and get it into a good shooting position, we're able to connect. We're only trailing this Temple team by 2. And we really should have had the lead, but that last second 3 put the Tigers up ahead. But Cedartown, I know, will come back and have a solid second half. One thing that we struggled with a lot last year that I have yet to see this team struggle with is being able to put together consecutive periods of good play. That's something that we just could not do last year, and we have definitely been able to conquer that monster.
Yeah, Sam, was definitely on display Tuesday against Temple. They had a great fourth quarter. They had a great overtime period. They put it all together. It was really good. They really did a good job. All right, so the Bulldogs will, looks like Temple will have possession. We never get this right. I'm always thinking that the other team will, but it looks like Cedartown will. So Cedartown will get possession.
You did have it right.
I did. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. 26-24, Temple leads, and Sam Branch to take you the rest of the way.
Holiday will pass it in for the Bulldogs to get it started. They're looking to Watley. They get it in. Now they'll go back to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive. Takes it to the glass. No good. Rebounded by Temple. The Tigers come away with it in Williams. Williams pull up long 3, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Watley. Cedartown with the original starting 5 back out on the floor. Quinlan Cothran with it, baseline, and he gets that one to go.
That's exactly what we were talking about. And Quinlan Cothran opened there to tie the ball game at 26.
Drayton will bring it down the floor over to the right side of Williams. Williams going to work to his left. He'll pull it back to the middle of the floor. They'll give it up to Mullins. Mullins back over to Drayton on the right side. Now they'll go to Williams, top of the key. He's going to drive. Tries to kick out to Banks, taken away by Zane Diamond Paisley. Good defense there by Paisley, but then he has it knocked away. Comes back away with it, gives it up to Holiday. Holiday across the timeline. Trying to work around Drayton, top of the key. Backs it out, slows things down. Over to the right side. They'll work it underneath to Cothran. Cothran's going to drive the lane. 360 spin, and it's good. He kept that plant foot on the ground and just worked his way around like a sprinkler head, and the Bulldogs have a 2-point lead.
Think they had a radio in the locker room at halftime?
I think they did.
No, I think Coach Cherry knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Banks to the left side. They'll work it to the corner to Mullins. Mullins kicks it back out now to Williams. Williams, top of the key. He's going to work to the right. They'll go to Drayton. Drayton thought about a 3, pulls down. Now kick over to Banks. Banks drives the lanes. Kick out to Williams. Williams can hit it from there, but he pulls it down. Gives it up. 3 on the way from Mullins, and it's good. Tim Mullins fires from beyond the arc.
They're back out on top, 29-28. Stoppage of play.
Cedartown now going from left to right, scoring on the right end on your radio dial, and we've got a foul on the floor, and it's going to be on number 1, Tavario Williams, and that's going to be his first. Inbounds pass coming from the Bulldogs. They give it to Zane Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley trying to work it back to Holiday, and he does. Bulldog logo to the right to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse back to the middle of the floor to Holiday. Holiday over to the left side. Now he'll give it up to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley tries to get it back to Holiday, stolen. It's Drayton. Drayton's going to take it, dish over to Banks, and it's pushed out of bounds. We got away with one there.
Oh, we sure did.
We stole that one, baby.
I thought Quinlan was going to get called for pushing him. And he had his hand on him, but it didn't work out that way.
Not to be too corny, but we robbed that bank.
We did indeed.
Inbounds pass. Watley gives it to Holiday. Full court press still on by Temple. Holiday's going to push it, though. Gives it to Diamond Paisley. Too hot. Out of his hands, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover.
He tried to get it to Diamond Paisley, but he never was able to get his arms around it. Dogs down 29-28 here.
Inbounds pass is going to go to Drayton.
6 minutes to play, third period.
Drayton across the timeline. Back to Banks. Banks back to Drayton. Now the left side. Drayton on top of the key over to the right side to Williams. Williams is going to work it back towards the middle. Now they'll go to Banks. Long 3, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will give it up to Holiday. Holiday drives down the floor quickly to his right. Holiday pull-up jumper. No good. Backside help is not there. Rebound comes away for the Tigers. It's going to be Williams. He'll bring it down the floor, far side. Stops. Plants, gives it to Drayton. Drayton back to Williams. He pulls the trigger on a long 3, and that is short. Nobody home. And they're going to say he went out of bounds with it. in Devontae Scott.
Yeah, Scott's pleading his case that he didn't have his foot down, but the referee right there saw differently.
So Cedartown will get the ball. Davion Smith checks in. Inbounds pass. They try to get it to Cothran, but it's thrown away.
That's just not a good inbounds pass. I mean, I know we didn't have anybody open, but
Drayton to Williams. Williams, the baseline jumper, and it's good.
They make us pay for that one. 31-28 now. They're up by 3.
Holiday will give it ahead to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse split a couple of defenders. Little baseline floater. Can't get that one to go. Rebounded by the Tigers. It's going to be Drayton. Drayton over to Williams. He pulls a 3 flat-footed. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Davion Smith. He's going to go around his defender. Near side. Across the timeline. Gives it over to Cothran. Wide open, but then he has it ripped away from Drayton. Rittenhouse, though, knocks it away. Holiday with it. Watley. Now he gives to Holiday. Now they try to go down low again to Cothran, and he has it ripped away again.
Same way, just had it ripped right out of his hands.
Drayton splits 4 defenders. Kick out. Williams, 3, and it's good. We're asleep at the wheel right now.
And Coach Cherry senses the same thing, and he calls time. 4:26 to go here in the third period. Cedartown trails 34-28 back after 30 seconds on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. All right, I guess I don't know what happened back at the radio station, but we're back here. 4:27 to go here in the third period of play. It is Temple 34 and Cedartown 28 in the timeout. They break huddle, and Dogs have got to stop the bleeding. 2 turnovers off of Quinlan Cothran that Quinlan should have had points with, and Dogs will have the inbounds pass here. 34-28 to score.
Holiday's going to inbound it. He does give it to Cothran. Cothran's going to drive. Has it knocked away. Again, Temple with it. And they give it up to Holland. Holland tries to work it over to the middle, and they do. They get it to Drayton, and Drayton gets that one to go.
These are points that have come off turnovers, and now the Dogs trail by 8.
A turnover again off the inbounds. But Cothran is there. It was a loose ball. Now he gives it to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive. 360 spin off the glass, and it is in and out. No good. And a foul on the floor.
2 shots coming at the line for the Bulldogs.
They're going to get number 13, Chris Holland. That's going to be his first, and it's going to send Xavier Holiday to the free throw line for the 3rd time tonight. Aston Turner going to check in for the Dogs after this first shot. Free throw attempt is up, and it is good.
7-point ball game, Temple on top.
Aiden Rittenhouse will come out. Shot on the way. Off the back of the rim, rattles around and goes in. 6-point game. Right side, Williams, long 3, no good. Rebounded by Temple. The kick out to Drayton. He'll fire a 3, and it's off to the right, no good. Rebounded by Quinlan Cothran. Cothran will give it up to Davion Smith. Smith's going to drive the far side. Now work back to the middle of the floor, top of the key. He works to his left. Gives it up to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson gives it to Holiday at the Bulldog logo. X tries to work around a screen. Has to give it up to Smith. Smith pulls a 3, and it's good. Davion Smith from the far corner.
Well, that was needed, man. That was really needed. 36-33.
3-point game. Left side is Temple. Going to try to drive the lane. Little floater from Tim Mullins is good, and just like that, Temple answers. Aston Turner on the other end gets that one to go.
Good answer. 38-35.
A 3-point game with approaching 3 minutes to play here in the third. Williams thought about the backup 3, and he traveled with it. Turns it over, and the Dogs will get the ball back with a chance to tie.
Thought too long. Took the extra step, and Cedartown trailing 38-35 with 2:56 to go here in the third period. We'll have a chance, as Sam mentioned, to maybe tie the ball game with a 3-pointer.
Davion Smith over to the right side. They give it to Ashton Turner. Turner works it back to Smith. Smith tries to give it to Quinlan Cothran, and it's intercepted. It's going to be Banks. He's going to take it down, give to Drayton. They try to give back to Banks. Loose ball picked up by Temple, and it's Joshua Bullock who gets that loose one to go.
Almost looked like a design play. 40-35. Here come the Dogs quickly.
Holiday gets it down low to Cothran. Cothran up, in, and good, and count it. And he'll get a chance to make it a three-point play is Quinlan Cothran.
That's exactly what we got to do. We got to get him open down low and open for the pass. The pass was directly to him, right about his head, and he was right there to get it. All they could do was foul him, and he still got the two. And one coming up for the junior Quinlan Cothran.
They got Josiah Bullock for the foul. The shot is no good, but rebounded by Ashton Turner, and he's fouled as he takes it to the glass. He'll go to the line and shoot two. They're going to get number 12, Devontae Scott. Turner to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First shot is up, off the back of the rim, too strong, no good. Remains a three-point deficit, 40-37. Trying to cut it to two is Ashton Turner. Shot on the way, that one's gonna be short. Does not draw iron, so it'll be a turnover, Temple basketball. Inbounds pass goes to Darren Drayton. The Tigers will come across the timeline. Approaching 2:20 left to play. Drayton's gonna work back to the middle of the floor, which is to his left, top of the key. The cut, Banks, it's good.
Can't allow that to happen. Dogs got to respond here. Here comes Smith. Now to Holiday.
Holiday across the timeline. He's going to work the far side. Give it underneath to Cothran. Cothran is triple teamed, and we got a jump ball. Cothran has just got to take it up strong.
That was a quick jump, too. And it's going to go back to the Tigers.
And that's something that Coach Cherry said in that last time out is he needs Quinlan to get strong, and he's got to dominate there and go on the offensive and just take it up. Drayton with it across the timeline, far side. He's going to work it to Banks. Banks top of the key over to the left side to Hullaby, right back to Banks. Banks going to try to work around Johnson, and he has it taken away from him, and they're going to have a foul on the floor against Isaiah, and that is extremely unfortunate because Davion Smith almost had a steal there before the foul by Johnson.
And Smith is so fast, there was nobody down there defending on the other side. He would have been wide open for an easy layup.
Check-in goes to Banks, who banks it off the back glass.
44-37, Dogs need a response.
Holiday with it, quickly down the floor for the Bulldogs. Over to Smith. Smith thought about a three, pulls it down. Outside to Johnson, three, no good. Rebound by Cothran, who just takes it and goes straight back up with it. They do not have an answer for Quinlan Cothran down low. We're just not able to work it down low to him consistently enough. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Temple will inbound it. They get it to Drayton. Drayton in the backcourt for the Tigers. Brings it across the timeline. Right at the Bulldog logo. Really taking their time. He's going to work to the right side. They'll pick him up there. They give it off to Banks. Banks back to Drayton. Drayton thought about a long three. Has it stolen almost by Holiday, but he gets it back. Now they'll pull it down and give to Banks. Banks going to try to work around Johnson. Over to the left side. Three on the way. No good. Rebounded by Holiday. Holiday pulls it down. He's going to beat everybody down. Split two defenders. Takes it to the basket. Foul and a block on the floor. And Xavier Holiday will go back to the free throw line.
They're going to get the foul called on, I believe, number 3, Darian Drayton. That's his fourth.
No, number 4.
Sorry, number 4. That's Nick Hullaby in his first.
So with a chance to cut into this lead. First one on the way, good. 4-point ball game, 40-44. Chance to make it a one-possession game. And, oh, that was in and out. Loose ball picked up by Temple. Here comes Drayton with it. He pushes it up the floor. Works to the left side. 3 on the way from Banks, and that's no good. And we've got looks like a foul on Isaiah Johnson away from the play. That's going to be his third. 44-40, inbounds pass. It goes to Kite. Kite gives it back to Banks. Banks over to the left side. Now back to Alexander Banks. A cut from Temple over to the left side. They're going to work it back outside to Hullaby. Hullaby tried to step into the 3, has to go around Quinlan Cothran. They'll give it back up to Banks. Banks with it. He's going to try to work around the right side, and he is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Quinlan Cothran called for the foul, and that is going to be his third. So Alexander Banks will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. This is only his second trip to the line tonight. He's 1 for 2 so far. First one on the way from Banks, in and out, no good. Subs coming in for both teams. Cedartown will send in Zane Diamond Paisley and Hayden Rittenhouse. On Banks' inaugural trip to the line, he missed the first one but would make the second one. We'll see what he does here on the second shot. And it is good, just like his first trip. So the lead back to 5, 45-40. Inbounds pass coming for the Dogs. They get it to Rittenhouse. He's going to push it up the floor. They give it to Diamond Paisley. Diamond Paisley has to give it right back to Rittenhouse. Back to Holiday. Holiday thought about a 3, pulls it down. Now he will fire the 3, and it's way off of the mark. Out of bounds. Temple basketball with 13 and a half left to play. 45-40 is your score. Subs coming in. It's going to be Isaiah Johnson. He'll come get Quinlan Cothran, who will get a little bit of a breather before going into the final push in the fourth period. Temple adjusting personnel as well. So now we're ready to go, and the inbounds pass will go to Darren Drayton, who's also, just like he did at the end of the first half, is going to let this one roll as long as he can. Now he picks it up. Bulldog logo and across half court. Holiday working off the screen, left side. It's Williams. He's going to drive baseline, makes contact with Rittenhouse up top, missed the shot. Rebound was by Banks, and he puts it in for the last second basket to give Temple a 7-point lead as we go to the fourth. 47-40 back after this 60-second break here on the Big AA.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Fourth quarter underway. Cedartown trails by 7. Hayden Rittenhouse top of the key. He's going to work to the right side, splits a couple of defenders, and he is fouled as he goes up for a shot, and he'll go to the free throw line early in this fourth period of play.
Obvious foul there called on number 3, Darren Drayton, his second.
Rittenhouse to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 6 points so far, all 6 coming from beyond the arc. First free throw attempt is up, and it is in and out. No good. Looked good, just had a bad spin off of it. Second one is up, and it is good. So back to a 6-point game. Cedartown trails. It's Drayton, far side of the court. Going to work back to the middle. They'll go to Banks. Now they'll go to Williams on the wing. They'll swing it back to the top of the key. Over to the right side. It's Drayton. Drives the lane. Kick out to Banks. Banks 3 on the way. Can't get that one to go. Rebound, Temple. Drayton's now going to pull a 3 from straightaway center, and he gets that one to fall. The 3 ball has really hurt us tonight. 50-41. Cedartown win it. Quinlan and Cawthorn, and they're going to get an offensive foul, I believe, and yes, they are.
I'll tell you what, though, Temple really sold that one well. Barely touched him, and Quinlan Cawthorn is in foul trouble. 4 fouls on him early in the fourth, and if we lose him down low, that's going to be a huge loss.
They're going to go ahead and go get him. They're going to send in Aston Turner. Temple will inbound it. They'll give it to Drayton. Drayton will bring it down the floor, crosses the timeline. Gives it right back to Banks. Banks over to the left to Bullock. Bullock back to Drayton. Drayton going to work back to the middle of the floor. Now they'll go to Banks over to the right side to Williams. Williams thought about a 3. They try to cut it to Banks. Loose ball. Drayton comes away with it, and he's going to fire the 3, and he was wide open again.
They're up by 12 now, 53-41, and now we tripped over and fell, and it's a turnover.
They give it to Williams. Williams, the shot, and it's good. Somebody get a tourniquet because we are hemorrhaging right now. We'll get it down to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse almost turns it over. He gives it to Zane Diamond Paisley, who fires a 3, and it's off the front of the rim. No good. And nobody is there to help rebound except for Aston Turner, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers, so it'll stay Cedartown basketball.
Now, fortunately, Turner was able to get a hand on it, and Quinlan Cawthorn checks back in almost as quickly as he was subbed out a moment ago.
Aston Turner will come out. Inbounds pass goes to Cawthorn. Cawthorn off the back glass, and it's good.
That's one way to stop the bleeding, get Quinlan Cawthorn down low. With 4 fouls, though, it's 55-43. Dogs trail it.
Drayton with it's going to bring it down the floor for the Tigers. Comes across the timeline, far side of the court. He's going to try to work off of the screen, but they don't get it to go, so Xavier Holiday was there. Now they'll swing it to the left side to Williams. Williams, he's tripped up by Zane Diamond Paisley, and we've got a foul. They're going to call Paisley for it, as he and Tavario Williams just got tripped up, and that's going to be Zane's first one. Subs coming in for Temple. Number 10, Abraham Kite will check back into the ball game, and Devontae Scott will come out. Inbounds pass will go to Kite. Kite gives it right back to Drayton, who just drives. Nobody saw him. Just takes it straight to the basket. Diamond Paisley on the other end loses it. Drayton picks it up. We can't get anything to go our way. Loose ball again, picked up, this time by Banks. Left side to Williams. You know he's going to shoot the 3. Sidestep 3, and it's good.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is almost a heartbreaker. 17-point lead for them.
Shot by Zane Diamond Paisley, no good. Rebounded by Quinlan Cawthorn, and he puts it up, and we've got to stop on the floor.
Timeout called by Coach Cherry. 30-second timeout. 60-45. Dogs trail by 15. We'll come back after 30 seconds.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
5:28 to go in the ball game. Cedartown trails 60-45. The Dogs responding with a 2 after that three-pointer. But there's still lots of time left in this quarter. But Cedartown's got to change the way this ball game's been going. It's really been in the way of the Temple Tigers. The momentum definitely swinging in their direction.
Temple with the ball out of the timeout. Banks with it across the timeline. Picked up his dribble, has to have help. They get it to him, and it's going to be Mullins. Mullins works over to the right side to Williams, and we've got a timeout on the floor, Temple.
Kind of a strange time to call a timeout. I guess the pass was thrown high. It's a 30-second timeout. 5:15 to go, 60-45 the score. We'll come back after 30 seconds here on the Big Double A.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Inbounds pass coming from Temple. They're going to get it into Steele West. He's going to give it right back to Banks. Back to Steele West. Top of the key. Back to Banks over to the right side. Banks is going to drive. Dish underneath, and it is rejected. And they're going to have a foul first. They're going to get Xavier Holiday. That's going to be his first. And that's going to send Abraham Kite to the free throw line to shoot 2. This will be his second trip of the night.
Definitely unfortunate there because that was a clean block, but it wasn't X who was doing the blocking. It was somebody else.
First shot on the way from Kite is good.
61-45.
Aston Turner will come out. Quinlan Cothran, playing with 4 fouls, will check back in for the Bulldogs. Second shot on the way from Kite. And it is good. 62-45, your score. Holiday brings it across the timeline for the Cedartown Dogs. Over to the right side to Davion Smith. And it is out of bounds. Last touch by Temple. It'll stay Cedartown basketball. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Davion Smith off the inbounds. He's going to give it to Isaiah Johnson. They give it right back to Smith. He's going to try to work around a defender. Has it knocked away. Tracks down the loose ball. Top of the key. Right side to Holiday. Holiday back to the top of the key. Over to the right side to Cothran. Cothran wanted the give and go. And they're going to get a block.
Yeah, and number 10, Abraham Kite, is asking why it wasn't a charge, but, I mean, it wasn't. That's his 4th foul, too, so he's in trouble with 4:45.
He came out. Inbounds pass on the way. It's going to come from Davion Smith. They're going to get it to DJ Watley. Puts it on the floor once. Turns off the back glass. Good. Watley with his first basket since the first period. 62-47. Over to the right side to Steele West. Back to Banks. He's going to pull the open 3. No good. Loose ball rebounded by the Dogs. Here comes Davion Smith. He's going to push it down the floor. Top of the key. Going to go around the screen. They'll give it to Isaiah Johnson on the left wing. 3. Isaiah Johnson. It's good.
12-point game now. 62-50. 4:14.
Steele West on the right side. Going to give it up to Banks. Banks top of the key. All the way over to the right corner in Williams. They'll give it back to Banks. He's going to drive. Gets that little floater off the back glass. No good, but a foul is called, and he'll go to the free throw line. They're going to get DJ.
I'll tell you, though, DJ was trying to set himself up for a charge, but no direct contact.
And Alexander Banks will go to the free throw line for the second time this period. 4th time tonight overall. And he has been the leading scorer for this Tigers team. And the first one is off the front of the rim, no good. Subs coming in for Temple. They will sub in number 3, Darren Drayton, and number 4, Nick Hullaby. Second free throw attempt on the way from Banks, and it is good. So he goes 1 for 2 on this trip, and it's 63-50. Inbounds pass coming. DJ Watley is going to give it into Holiday. And they're going to get a foul quickly called on number 2, Tim Mullins, and that's going to be his third. We'll take as many of those as we can get. Inbounds pass on the way from Watley. We'll try it again. They get it into Cothran. Cothran to give and go. He's going to drive. That's to pick up his dribble. Over to Smith. Smith drives. Baseline, can't get that floater to go. Gets his own rebound, and then a foul on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be on number 12, DeSantis Scott, his second.
Inbounds pass goes to Quinlan Cothran. Spins in the lane. 360 move. Off the front of the rim. Won't crawl in. Temple with the rebound. Oh, and DJ Watley tried to get it from Drayton, and he fouls him. So Drayton picks up the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. And that's going to put Temple in the bonus to shoot 2 from here on out.
And Cedartown has 1 foul under the bonus. So Cedartown over the limit in fouls. Temple 1 more foul to give before we had to free throw shots the rest of the way.
First one getting set to come from Darren Drayton, who has been there twice tonight. First one is up, and it is good. And he is 2 for 3.
64-50.
Shot on the way from Drayton, and that one is up and good. Now 3 for 4, 65-50 your score. Long inbounds pass. They try to get it to Quinlan Cothran all the way down on the other end of the floor, and they just can't get it to go. It's out of bounds. Temple basketball.
Yeah, that just won't work there.
So Temple will inbound it underneath their own basket. Under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, because it was never touched by Cothran. And
so this inbounds pass is going to go to Scott. Scott's going to give it up to Banks. Banks going to work it around to Drayton. Drayton split a couple of defenders, takes it to the lane. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. Johnson's going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday far side. He's going to drive. Pull up jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Banks. Banks gives it up to Drayton. Drayton and the Tigers bring it across the timeline. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor to Banks. Banks top of the key, right side to Drayton. Drayton tries to work around Holiday. They'll pick it up, and they'll have to give it to Banks. Over now to the left side. 3 on the way. It's going to be off to the right. No good. Rebounded, though, underneath by Temple. That shot was no good. Pulled down by Holiday. Holiday to Johnson. Johnson to Cothran, and they're going to get him for the travel.
Yeah, and he did. There's no question about it.
No. And on a good night, you're going to get away with that one. But on a bad night, you're going to get called for it every single time. Inbounds pass on the way from Temple. They'll give it up to Drayton, who still just won't pick up the ball, and I don't understand.
I mean,
with a 15-point lead.
They want to drain as much clock as they can.
Over to the left side, they'll go to Bullock. Bullock.
He just threw it away.
Yes, he did. Cedartown basketball. We'll take it. Right at 3 minutes left to play here in the home opener for the Dogs. Watley. He's going to inbound it to Cothran. Cothran going to give it up to Holiday. Holiday will bring it down the floor for Cedartown. At the Bulldog logo across the timeline. He's going to work to his right. Now they'll go back to the middle. They'll give it to Davion Smith. He picks that one up. Pull up jumper. No good. Rebound. Drayton. He'll bring it down the floor over to the left side to Banks. Banks from the perimeter. Top of the key. Right side to Williams. Thought about a long 3. Pulls it down. Now he'll take a shorter 3. And that's no good. Rebounded by Cothran. Cothran to Smith. Smith. The freshman Bulldog brings it down the floor. Over to his right side. He's going to work it to Watley, who's going to drive the baseline. Ties it up, takes it up. Basket's good. DJ Watley just doing work down low.
So we may not win this game, but DJ Watley there, that might have been the prettiest layup of the night. And he fought hard for it.
Banks with it over to the left side. They're going to give it to Williams. Williams dishes back underneath to Banks on the cut. Knocked away by Cawthron, though, but then the loose ball picked up by Temple, and we've got a stoppage on the floor, and it's going to be a foul against Isaiah Johnson.
I think that's his 5th, isn't it? Now I've
got him at 4.
So Johnson and Cawthron both have 4.
And, of course, the bad news is it's a shooting foul because of the bonus. So Alexander Banks will go to the free throw line for the 5th time tonight. His number matches his trip to the charity stripe. And with right at 2 minutes to go, he will try to add to this Temple lead. 65-52, your score here from the Doghouse. First one on the way, and it is good. 66-52. Johnson will come out, and Thomas Robertson will check in for the Dogs. Second one on the way, and that one is good as well from Banks. Inbounds pass goes to Davion Smith. Smith across the timeline, top of the key. He's going to work to the right to DJ Watley. Watley trying to work it down low. They have to go back outside. 3 all the way from Smith. No good. Thomas Robertson with the rebound. Knocked away by Temple. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. It'll stay Cedartown basketball. Inbounds pass on the way. They get it to Watley. Watley trying to work down low. Needs some help, and he takes it up again. No good. Gets his own rebound. Up for the second time in the second effort is good by DJ Watley. On the other end, though, Williams takes it all the way to the glass, and Temple quickly scores. Cedartown with it now. Will bring it down the floor, 69-54. Holiday off the screen there, gives it to Watley. Now they throw it away. Abraham Kite with it. Oh, he loses it trying to get it to Williams. Out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. Cedartown will get it back with 1:13 left to play. But again, just like in the girls' game, it's going to be too little too late as the subs are getting ready to check in for our Dogs. We're going to send in a fresh 5. We'll get you names. It's going to be Colton Prather, Dakota Prather, J.J. Woodall, Quentin Jackson, and as the crowd exits, we got to wait for the 5th one so I can see him. And there it is. It's going to be number 20, Taji Neal. Inbound pass will go to Prather. Colton Prather, that is. Right at the Bulldog logo. Over to the left side. They're going to give it to Woodall. Woodall's going to work it over to Jackson. Jackson back to Neal. Top of the key, Dakota Prather. Works it down low. It's Woodall. The shot is no good, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
I like what Coach Cherry's doing down there. Even though the game is out of reach, he is not only cheering on these guys that are on the floor, but he's getting the bench into celebrating every single bit we can. That's in and out, no good. But what he's doing, Sam, is he's changing the culture.
And it's coaching from whistle to whistle and every minute in between. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded, though, by Quentin Jackson. He's going to take it up. His shot is no good. Temple comes away with it. It's going to be number 23, Steele West. He's going to try to work around Prather. Under a minute to play now. Steele West is going to drive, split a defender off the back glass high, no good. Dakota Prather almost came away with the rebound, knocked out of bounds, last touched by Temple, and it'll be Cedartown basketball. Inbounds pass will go to Colton Prather. Gets it as it crosses half court. Going to try to work around a screen. He'll give it up to Dakota Prather. Top of the key, needs some help. And they'll get it over to number 24, J.J. Woodall. Woodall will back it out. He'll give it up to Neal. Now over to the right side. They'll work it back down low to Woodall. Loose ball, though. And Woodall comes away with it. He tracked it down. Now he's going to drive. Gives to Prather. Prather, 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound by Temple. It's going to be Hullaby. Hullaby gives it. And that basket is good from Ty Melton. Colton Prather brings it across half court. Pull up three, blocked, and that's going to do it. Cedartown is going to fall here at home to the Temple Tigers by a final score of 71-54. The Bulldogs fall to 1-2 on the season. The Tigers improve to 3-2 on the season. We'll take a 60-second break and be back here on the Big Double A to wrap things up and look ahead to tomorrow. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Back after 60 seconds.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
And we're back. Your final score, the Temple Tigers defeat the Cedartown Bulldogs tonight, 71-54. Game was close in halftime, Sam, but in the second half, Temple pulled away, and it just seemed like I don't know. Did we look tired tonight? Did we? I think it was kind of the same thing the girls were dealing with. I think they just kind of played flat in that second half, and it cost us in the long run as Temple pulled away and got a 71-54 victory tonight over the Bulldogs.
Yeah, tough game for our Dogs tonight. We had a lead after that first period, 11-9, but from that point forward, Temple would outscore the Bulldogs, and they would pull away in that fourth, outscoring Cedartown 24-14. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs tonight was Quinlan Cothran, who finished the night with 18 points. Xavier Holiday would finish the night with 11 points, followed by DJ Watley with 8. Hayden Rittenhouse would finish the night with 7, and then you had Isaiah Johnson with 5. Davion Smith with 3, and then Aston Turner with 2. And that is your scores for our Bulldogs for tonight. Again, the Cedartown Dogs fall to 1-2 on the season. Temple improves to 3-2, and like you said, just a flat second half for the Dogs tonight.
Yep. Well, we'll try to turn our fortunes tomorrow. The Cedartown Bulldogs will hit the road and head to Dallas, to Paulding County. They'll take on the East Paulding Raiders.
The
Raiders. And the tip-off for the first game will be at 4 o'clock, I believe, for the varsity girls game. And then 5:30 for the varsity boys. And we'll have those games for you on radio and Facebook audio only. So be sure you join us for all the action of Cedartown Bulldogs basketball tomorrow. Right here on WGAA 106.1 FM, AM 1340. Tyrone back at the radio station. Thank you, buddy. Also, Ethan is our camera operator tonight. Sam Branch, my broadcast partner. I'm Andrew Carter. Your final score in the boys matchup, Temple 71 and Cedartown 54. Good night and God bless from Cedartown High School.